Hi everybody, in this video I'm going to be walking you through how to create the Snail cam for Activity 4.5, Cams in Motion. This is for PLTW IED, and we're using Fusion 360 and we're also using parametric equations. So a little bit advanced, okay? This one you're going to have to pause a lot in order to get the video, to do what it needs to do for you. And your goal is to get the Snail cam created using the same method as me by the time you finish. Okay, so expect to pause a lot again. The difficulty is this, is the snail cam looks like this, okay? Looks like a snail shell. And as we go through, it gives us just a couple of dimensions. Everything is based off of D, which is the nominal diameter, just like the first three parts. And it says that the distance from here up to the very top point is 1/2 of the diameter. Okay, that sounds like a radius to me, right? The distance from the center to the outermost point is a radius, okay, half the diameter. And then we can see that this is, from here to here, is half of that value, right? Half of the size. So we're going to go and take a little bit of a shortcut, and we're going to create a couple of circles instead of a couple of radiuses. But one of the circles is going to be half of the size of the one with the nominal diameter involved, okay? So let's start with that. Modify, change parameters, user parameter. I'm going to enter in DIA, but this time I'm going to go large, DIA large. And I'm going to say the expression for this is 1.0. That's my nominal diameter, okay? But I'm assigning a value to it of dial large, DIA large, because we're going to have the smaller diameter of the other circle in just a second, okay? So that's going to be it. We're going to come over here, DIA small is going to be 1/2 times DIA, there you go, DIA large, right? And this is going to be the diameter of the smaller circle, okay? We also cannot forget that we have the hole, which is 3/16 of an inch. And we're also going to have thickness. So thick, 3/16 of an inch. And those are values that you've seen if you watched the other videos. Those are the same as the other videos. Now in this, we're going to get into some different things. We're going to be using model parameters later on. You'll see that in just a second, okay? But I'm going to come over here. I'm going to click OK. I'm going to start a new sketch. I'm going to click on the same plane that I used for the other three axles. I'm going to draw two circles. So C for circle. The first one is going to be DIA large. So now we have, hit enter a few times, there we go. We have a circle with a diameter of 1 inch. Now notice again, on the drawing sheet, it wants to know the distance from here all the way out, okay? But if this is half the diameter, that would be 0.5, right? In this case, which means that all the way across would be 1. So that makes sense. I mean, I'm just using a shortcut. Instead of doing halfway, I'm just going to do the full distance. I'm going to do a second circle here. Second circle is going to be then DIA small. So I hit enter, enter, enter. Okay, it looks like it's 3 times to hit enter in order to get this. And I have some setup then for my snail cam. Okay. We're going to turn these here. I'm going to click on it. I'm going to turn this into a construction line by hitting X. I'm going to click on this and hit X to turn it into a construction line. Okay. And I'm going to hit L to draw a line from here vertically outward to here. Click OK. Now, that was a right click to get that menu to come up. I'm going to click T. I'm going to trim off the outside edge. We see here that we have a parallel line here, excuse me, a vertical line that goes straight up and down. So now what we can do is we can start to draw an arc that goes all the way outward and kind of makes its way out, right? So sketch, we're going to create an arc. And we're going to go from 3-point arc. We're going to start here. We're going to work our way over here to where we're at 90 degrees. Notice I go to the center point and kind of hover out. And we're going to try to get about right there. Okay, about 25% of the way out to the second circle. I'm going to click. I'm going to do the same thing. Here, go to the center point without clicking and drag down. We're going to go about halfway between the two. I'm going to come over here, kind of place it. Right click it, okay? I'm going to click a third arc, Shouldn't have clicked OK there. Another 3-point arc here, up to the circle, drag out about 75% out of the way, get the arc about right there, and then one more here to here, make it look decent. Click OK. That looks all right, doesn't it? Okay. Now we're going to come down here before we go any further. Okay, and we're going to use the tangent constraint. And the tangent constraint, normally in the last video we used it to connect straight lines to circular lines, but what we can also use it for is to connect arcs and make them smooth out. So here to here, we click it, notice it kind of turns it into one long smooth arc. Then I click here to the third one, smooths it out. Here to the fourth one, smooths it out. Right click and choose OK. Now, later on, we'll get into some more specific stuff about, like, really I should be measuring all of this out, but for this, your first experience into parametric equations, this is going to be just fine. We do need to go click C to add a circle in the center. The diameter of the circle is just a hole. Enter 3 times and stop the sketch. Let's extrude. E for extrude. There's my profile. Let's extrude backwards, negative, thick. We have a pretty cool looking little snail cam there that we've created. A for appearance. We're still in the plastics menu. We haven't used yellow. Yellow looks good to me. Okay, yellow snail cam. Click save. Congratulations, you now have all 4 cams that you need for this particular activity.